I would say learn to understand why you're doing what you're doing. And I would say reserve your emotions and energy for something positive. And I would say, really put time and ask yourself why you do what you do. Most of us are just simply doing something without thinking. And a lot of us are doing things on a whim of a very vapid, shallow thought. Oh, I want likes on Instagram. That's a common thing that a lot of people are doing. And I get it. You and I were competing when we were like on Instagram. We're like, like we were doing it for fun to see how fast we could do it.
It was for fun though.
But it was just, part of being stupid. But at the same time, like
Goobers.
I'd say, if you're an artist or a person listening to this, I would really highly employ you to just take the time to like meditate on why you do what you do and understand like and your reason is going to be different from mine, different from Miche's, different from your mom, different from your dad, different from everybody. And that's fine. And that's beautiful. And find that. And then I would ask you to like find that and then lean into it. As long as you're not a serial killer or somebody horrible, I definitely like lean into it. If you get mad on Twitter, you're not contributing. I'm sorry. Like you can share some stuff and I think that's cool, but that's a device that's not used as I don't know. I mean, people could contrary, but I don't think that's a very good tool. I see it working, but I think it's almost like it's something we're going to look back on regret, I think, because it's so volatile and it's so like,
totally.
It's like, I don't know. I think having conversations with people who have different views of yours, if you really are concerned, have conversations with people and, take the time, I would say. But I think that's something that I'm really learning. And this is something that I've learned from a lot of like really smart people that I've learned from, silent mentors of books that I've read where they, people are talking about, exposing themselves to new things and really evolving themselves. And we should all be doing that in a positive way. And ask yourself what you're giving to yourself and what you're giving to others and how you can give and be a part of the ecosystem, and AI can't take that stuff away from you. The VCs of these companies can't take this stuff away from you. Nobody can. That's something that you carry with you to the grave, and that's something that you should be proud of. You should be proud to be yourself. You should be comfortable in your own skin and you should celebrate that no matter who you are, as long as you're doing something great and contributing, I love you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you should be loved and everybody should praise you for being an awesome person.
I couldn't have said it better, honestly. Like I would probably say it in different words, but I think the end result will be the same. It's like looking into yourself and like really asking yourself like a more philosophical questions. Yeah. I think on like a more grounded sort of, okay, what's next level, would be, I feel like if you're dismissive about what's happening, I think you're gonna have a really rude awakening in a couple of months.
Yeah.
So it's really worth paying attention, whether you like it or not. Mm-hmm. I think we don't really have a choice anymore. Mm-hmm. Like this is not just artists. That's literally everyone who works on computers,
programmers and everything. Yeah.
Anything you do that has anything to do with the computer, mm-hmm. that's literally you.
Yeah.
And that's sort of like the only advice I would give is like pay full attention to what's happening. Like spend some little extra time maybe. Instead of playing video games, watching TV, or browsing on Instagram or Twitter or any of those things, like read about those things, because there's a lot of like, I agree, like Twitter can be very divisive. I think there's certainly people who bring things to light that oh, I didn't even know that existed, Yeah. And then you read the comments like, oh yeah, it's fuck this place, right?
yeah. Well, that's Twitter is it's really gnarly. So.
But just being, at least knowing what's happening, so you don't wake up when it's too late, and then you're like, and then you have the real shock to the system, because like at least now there's a time to kind of like get a grip about your own inner self, and sort of like, okay, if this is sort of where the things are going, and who knows where the things are going, it's I should look into myself and figure out what's the reasons I'm doing this for. Mm-hmm. And if those reasons are really dear to me, like let's say if artistry and being creative and being authentic is something that we really value, then maybe it's a chance, although it's going to be incredibly difficult, but it is a chance for you to not do commercial work anymore, but become like more of like a personality.
Yeah.
That
still
going to
be hard work.